From Mulgas. I'm here to talk about boiler breakdowns. Obviously these are very inconvenient. Normally you'll either have no hot water, no heating, or both. And the first place I would look is the boiler itself. So I'm going to turn the camera around and look at a boiler. Here we have a normal wall hung gas boiler with a few bits and pieces in the cupboard with it. These boilers, most modern boilers, and that's boilers of the age of about 10 to 15 years, will have some kind of display or lights which simulate the boiler's either working okay or there's a problem. On this boiler here you can see there's a digital display, an LED display, which is actually saying, if you can see that, saying it's okay. They don't all say okay, some will say a C or a 0, whatever. But mainly, as long as you have no fault code in the display, and that's normally displayed as a F and a number, something like that, and that will represent a fault code, which you'll have to get the boiler manual, or if you haven't got the boiler manual, download the manual off the internet. You can normally do that, and you can then check that fault code against the manual, and it will tell you what the problem, where the problem lies. I would say, you know, most common boiler breakdown we get called out to at Mulgas is pressure related, and if you can see down here, there's a pressure gauge which is actually saying the pressure's okay at the moment. But if the pressure happened to be low in the system, then the fault code on the boiler would be consistent with low pressure once you've looked that up on the manual. And the simple solution would be to repressurize the system, which I'll show you how to do in another video. And then once you've repressurized the system to the correct level, you'll need to clear the fault code from the boiler, which we haven't currently got, obviously, because it's saying okay. But if you can see, it says reset there, just here, reset. That's the reset button for this boiler. And so once we've repressurized the boiler, you press the reset, that will clear that fault code from the boiler, and then the boiler will attempt to work again. And as long as whatever the problem the boiler is detecting no longer exists, then the boiler will operate correctly. Obviously, if the fault is still there, it will either immediately come up with the fault code, or it may work for a while and then come back to that fault code. Either one of those scenarios, you're probably going to need to call a company like Mulgas or another company of your choice to send an engineer in to take a look. Okay, hopefully that helps you. Thank you.